Hey guys, what is up? Reese here, and I've got a brand new sneaker pickup to bring you. This is a pair that I'm really excited to be able to show you. What we're looking at is the Nike Kobe 9 Elite in the Wolf Gray, Court Purple, and Sport Turquoise colorway. Although not listed on the box, this pair also features yellow, red, and black. These released on May 9th, 2014 for a retail price of $225, and they were part of the Nike Hero Pack, which also included the LeBron 11 Elite and the KD 6 Elite. The Kobe 9 Elite has been a pair of shoes that I absolutely love, and it's a very polarizing style just in terms of the kind of crazy high top look. And what I mean by polarizing is just people have either loved it or hated it. There's not a whole lot of in between. It's a shoe that there honestly have not been too many bad colorways. There was one pair, it was a black and yellow pair, that I didn't really like. I thought there was a little too much black, but other than that, I honestly would have been happy getting any pair. I just really wanted to get my hands on a pair. If you watch my unboxing video of these, you can kind of hear a little bit more of my story and kind of like the struggle I had in getting these. But moral of the story, I was supposed to get the Showtime pair, which was the Court Purple and Laser Orange kind of Lakers colorway. Ended up some stuff happened and I got these, but to be perfectly honest, I couldn't be happier. I love the detailing on the Kobe 9 Elite in general, and I think this colorway with kind of like the gray that kind of is more subdued in some ways, but then with your turquoise and yellow popping through and then your hits of purple and everything, I think that really works well with this design, because there is a lot going on with the design of the shoe, and I'll touch on that in the up-close review, but there's just so much going on here, and it's kind of a crazy look, but I think it works well with this colorway mix. This honestly is kind of the colorway that I would have imagined they would have released if they had done a pair of the Kobe 9 Elites for Easter. I kind of think of these as kind of like the springtime colors you might see with an Easter pair in terms of like the purple, and you've got your nice turquoise color, and then with that kind of pastel yellow. But overall, I think the colors work really well together. Materials also are very nice. I'm a huge fan of Flyknit, but obviously this is the only pair of basketball shoes that Nike currently makes that features Flyknit, and it's very different from Flyknit that you would see on a pair of running shoes, because there the idea is to keep the shoe very light and breathable. But obviously with basketball shoes, you want it to be a little more durable, and so it's still just your one-piece upper, but it's stitched a little thicker, which hurts ventilation, but it gives it a cool look, and it gives it just an interesting feel compared to the Flyknit of a running shoe. Overall, like I said, this shoe, I've just worn it around inside. I want to get a feel for the comfort, and I'm really impressed with how they feel. The fit is very different, in my opinion, from the Kobe 9 EM, which is the low-top version, which makes sense because you've got your one-piece Flyknit upper versus engineered mesh upper, which are two very different things. But overall, I could not honestly be happier with this shoe. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite shoes. It's one of those things, you know, as a person who enjoys buying and collecting sneakers, every time I get a pair, I get really excited. You know, I just want to like check them out. I want to wear them and everything. But with this pair, like, that excitement has been doubled for some reason. I can't really explain what it is, but there's just something about this shoe that really excites me and really gets me going. So I'm really excited to be able to bring this to you. So let's dive right into a close-up view and kind of see everything that's going on, colors, materials, and all that good stuff. Here we go with our close-up view of the Kobe 9 Elite in the Hero colorway, which is Wolf Gray, Court Purple, and Sport Turquoise. As I mentioned before, the main part of the upper is your one-piece Flyknit upper. And as you can see, kind of the main upper part of it is Wolf Gray, but then the cool part about Flyknit is you can kind of get different colors stitched in. So you have a lot of stitching up here with your Sport Turquoise and then kind of that pastel yellow kind of making its way through. And you can see for most of it, there's some pretty big gaps in the Wolf Gray where you can get those different colors. And actually, like, as I run my finger along it, it's actually textured, like you can feel where the holes are. But then if we look at the toe box, the stitching becomes a lot tighter, and it's just adding a little bit of durability to one of those areas of a basketball shoe that takes a little extra wear and tear. And that's just kind of one of those places where they kind of toughen up the Flyknit material and just make it a little bit thicker to help the shoe be able to support the needs of a basketball player. And you can see this piece runs right along here and then curves onto the inside just a little bit. And you've got, again, a slightly different but still tight stitching pattern there. and a similar pattern right here, just in another place that can take some beating. You've got that similar stitching with the open holes continues up here along the side. It's a little tighter right here, but then over on top you've got your court purple swoosh, and it's kind of a matte color with a little bit of sparkle to it. The camera's not going to pick that up, but it's just cool that a lot of, like everything else on the shoe, there's nothing really on here that's just there. You know, there's a lot of cool design features, which I really like. This really is a premium shoe, and I understand that the price point is pretty high, so I would expect that, but it's still neat to see. You've got the only part of the upper that's not your fine in material is right here. You've got this kind of collar support that helps keep the shape for that high top, and it also has the eyelets for the top here. And that's in what's called pop art camo, and that's just a tribute to kind of like the pop or dot art and the way that comic strips used to be printed. And so you can kind of see just you've got your dot pattern, and all of the main colors of the shoe are represented. You've got your focus. You've got your wolf gray, you've got your pastel yellow, you've got a lot of sport turquoise, and you've got little hits of your court purple. This comes down along here and then wraps. You've got this open circle, but then it comes back up here. You've got more Flyknit, obviously, around the back. And here you get to basically just two colors. You've got your wolf gray, like right there, it's just wolf gray. But then there are areas that mix in the sport turquoise also, like right there. Back there, you've got these 9 red stitches, and those represent, it's Kobe's 9th shoe, but also just representing the Kobe's injury. And every pair of the Kobe 9s, both the EM, which is the low top, and the Elites, which is the high top, feature this stitching in red, no matter the colorway of the shoe. Up here, within the flywire, you've got, using the sport turquoise, you've got spelled out KB 9th, which stands just for Kobe Bryant's 9th shoe. Down here at the bottom, you've just got a big section of your wolf gray Flyknit material. The inside of the shoe is virtually the same as the outside. Nothing really massive to mention. You do have your dynamic flywire along there for each of the eyelets, and that is in your court purple. The laces are sport turquoise, and then for the tongue, you've got, the top is just a layer of pretty tight mesh in wolf gray. Let's see if this picks it up. And then underneath that, you can see kind of some larger holes. That's some extra padding. It's a pretty thick padding using the court purple color. The top of the tongue features a wolf gray patent leather, and it's kind of interesting. I don't know if we'll be able to pick this up, but when you move it, it kind of shimmers. You can kind of see different, it's like kind of like a rainbow effect, and you can see just all those little different areas where that's showing up. I don't really know how they did that, but it's a really, really cool look. You've got your Kobe signature, or Kobe logo, excuse me, in purple, and your Kobe signature above in your pastel yellow. The lining of the shoe, the inside of the tongue is court purple, and then the lining, as you can see, is your sport turquoise. If we look right here, these are the, as I mentioned before, the hero pair, but it's also known as the expressions. As you can see right there, it says expression on a wolf gray and sport turquoise line pattern, and you've got expression, then the Kobe Bryant signature in your court purple. The insole / midsole is court purple, and I'll show you what that looks like really quick. This is just like the Kobe 9 EM as well as the LeBron 11. What this is instead of just being an insole, it's a drop-in midsole, which means that all of your cushioning is actually contained right here. You can see right there it says Kobe, but then if we flip to the other side, it says Lunarlon to tell you that this is Lunarlon Cushioning. It's got this interesting pattern along here that's like these little bumps, and I don't know if you can hear that, but as I'm running my finger along, it's actually, like, this is actually textured. It's not just like for looks, which gives it an interesting feel when you're wearing them. But I actually kind of like it, and it's kind of growing on me. At the back right here, it's kind of interesting. You've got this, it's like a triangle symbol that where the edges continue on past the top. If anyone knows what that means, let me know. I've never seen that before. Not too sure what that means. But so that's your drop-in midsole. Unlike the Kobe 9 EM, you can actually put the midsole, or the midsole, the drop-in midsole from the LeBron 11 in these. It's not recommended for the EM because the engineered mesh upper is a little bit tighter, and if you put the LeBron insole, which is a little bit larger, it can actually stretch too much and you can be at risk of like tearing the engineered mesh. But the way that this shoe is constructed, you actually have a little bit of free space right up in here in your foot, and so putting the LeBron 11 midsole can actually help get rid of that. It's something I probably won't do just since I wear these for casual use, but it would be something nice to know if you use this shoe for basketball and are experiencing a little bit of loose or sloppy fit. Coming down now here to the midsole section, again, this isn't actually the midsole because that's contained on that drop-in midsole. You've got two carbon fiber shanks. You've got this kind of heel cup right here, or heel plate, and you've got another smaller piece right here on your about mid-foot. And unlike a lot of shoes where you'll see carbon fiber, that will be kind of like a shank in the bottom, these are more on the side for some of that lateral stability. You've got only the heel clip on the inside of the shoe. And then what's really cool is this part that's wrapping around here. I've seen it, it's a little bit different on every pair of the Kobe 9 Elites that's released, but for this pair, you've got that in sport turquoise, but there's no way I'm going to be able to show this on camera, but it's actually kind of translucent. You can see through it a little bit, which is really, really cool. And then you've got paint speckling with the kind of pastel yellow, which I think gives it a great look. And that wraps around the side, comes to the back. You've got the Kobe logo in kind of a shield back here, and then it wraps around the inside. You've got some kind of like, not really braille, but just like some dot lettering on the inside of the outsole right here. You can kind of see that right there. And then that about does it. You've got a little bit here wrapping around of the outsole kind of coming up in your wolf gray with some lines and patterns. If we flip to the outsole itself, this is the same outsole as seen on the Kobe 9 EM. It's just the kind of like the anatomical foot pattern. You can see kind of like the different toes and everything. And the traction pattern is apparently great. It works really, really well, especially indoor. I've heard you don't want to use these outdoor just because it's kind of a soft outsole, and you'll wear it down pretty fast is basically what happens. But the traction is apparently very good indoors. Obviously a little bit better, or a lot better, when they're not dusty, but they still apparently do work well in dusty conditions. And then back here you've got this little kind of oval shape in sport turquoise with your Kobe logo. So yeah, that's about all there is to this shoe. I say that kind of jokingly because this has been a long video, just because there's a lot going on with this shoe. I'm really, really pleased to have these in the collection. Like I said, it's a really comfortable shoe to wear. I've just worn it around a little bit. It's definitely a very unique looking shoe. I definitely understand if everyone does not like it, but for me personally, I'm a huge fan of the look of this shoe. I can't wait to start wearing them. And thanks for watching this, guys. Definitely check me out on Twitter and Facebook, or not Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, excuse me. Connect with me there, and keep watching for more videos. Thumbs up and subscribe if you like this video. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.